Depression is a serious mental health condition that can affect anybody, regardless of age, gender, or background. If you or anybody you know is struggling with depression, then it's essential to know the signs to look out for so that we can spot it as early as possible and seek out help. Because with depression, there is actually help to get. Depression is one of the more treatable mental conditions that we see, but before we can start treating it, we need to recognize that we're actually struggling with depression. In this video, I'll share 10 of the most common symptoms and signs of depression that you need to be aware of and look out for. I'm Camilla, I'm a psychologist, and I'm on a mission to spread mental health awareness and make better mental well-being available to more people. In my daily practice as a psychologist, one of the main conditions that I deal with a lot is depression. Unfortunately, I often see that people have been struggling for quite a while before they seek out help. And I think a lot of that is to do with not realizing when you need to seek out help and not knowing the signs and symptoms to be aware of. So here are the 10 most common symptoms of depression that you need to look out for. One of the most common symptoms of depression is feeling sad or feeling a sense of hopelessness. You may feel like everything is hopeless or maybe even that life is not worth living. Sometimes depression can go on for a while, and it's easy to get caught up in thoughts like, will it ever get better? Or how am I ever going to make it out of this? Another common sign of depression is losing interest in things that you normally enjoy. You may not feel like doing anything and you might find yourself avoiding social situations. Depression can really take the joy and the pleasure out of things that you normally love. So if you're finding yourself suddenly not wanting to go do that sport or that hobby that you normally find interesting and you normally find joy in, then this could be a sign of depression. A third common sign of depression is changes in appetite. Now, the changes can go either way. You can either find yourself eating more or less than you normally do. It's important to note here that this is different from an eating disorder, and this can only be considered a symptom of depression if you normally have a regular healthy eating routine that you're suddenly seeing changes in. This change in appetite can also lead to an unintentional weight gain or weight loss. Both very common signs of depression are sleep disturbances. Depression can cause significant changes in your sleep patterns. You may experience difficulties falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up too early. And these sleep disturbances lead us right into our fifth common sign of depression, feeling fatigued. Sometimes this feeling of being tired or lacking energy can be a direct result of the sleep difficulties. But other times we also see that even if we've had enough sleep, we still struggle to get through the day. We still struggle for energy. This can be a common sign of depression. The sixth common sign is difficulties concentrating. In fact, we see that depression can really impact all our cognitive functions. So as well as having difficulties concentrating, we might also find it harder to make decisions. We might also see that we're more forgetful than usual, or that we're having trouble focusing or completing tasks. The seventh common sign of depression is also quite broad. This covers all physical symptoms and manifestations of depression. Some of the most common physical symptoms that we see as a result of depression are stomach aches, headaches, and muscle tensions leading to back pains and neck pains. It's always important to have any physical causes ruled out before attributing any of these physical symptoms to depression. So what we can start seeing as a symptom of depression is when your doctor has ruled out any other physical causes of the pain. Another common sign of depression is feeling more irritable or more easily frustrated. You may find yourself lashing out at others or becoming more sensitive to criticism. In general, I do see that depression can cause pretty severe mood swings. We might experience at one moment we have outbursts of anger, and the next moment we're crying uncontrollably. This symptom of mood swings and increased irritability is one that can often be easier for people around us to spot. If anybody near to us, a close friend, a partner, or a family member, start pointing out that they're seeing changes in the way that we behave or in the way that our mood fluctuates, then we need to take it seriously because it could be a sign of depression. In the same way, if you're seeing an increased irritability or mood swings in someone that you care about, it might be worth speaking to them about how they're feeling and seeing if there's any other symptoms of depression that would make it a good idea to seek out help. The ninth common symptom is having feelings of guilt, even when there's nothing to be guilty for. We might find ourselves blaming ourselves for things that are really not our fault, and we might be telling ourselves that we're just not good enough. And finally, the 10th common sign of depression is having suicidal thoughts. This loops us right back to the first sign that we thought about, the feelings of hopelessness and sadness. If we are feeling a sense of hopelessness for a long time, it can lead us to having thoughts like, maybe I should just end it, or maybe it will never get better. But it's really, really important that if you or anybody you know is having thoughts of self-harm or suicide, that you seek out help immediately. I cannot stress enough that treatment is available and it's very effective. There's no shame in asking for help. and you don't need to keep feeling any of these signs that we've just talked about. Remember that you're not alone and that help is available. But the first important step to getting help is realizing that you need it and reaching out. These are 10 of the most common symptoms and signs of depression. But it's really important to say that there are more signs and symptoms and that everybody experiences depression differently. Not everybody will have all the signs that I've listed here, and some people would have some of the signs that aren't listed here. But these 10 signs are a good start to being aware and looking out. I explain new psychological topics and give tips on how to improve your mental health every single week right here on this channel. If that's something you're interested in, then make sure to subscribe. If you've taken any value from this video, please give it a like so that it might reach other people who need to see it. Maybe people who are struggling with some of these symptoms and don't know that they could be signs of depression. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Take care and bye for now.